Hi there, we are back with more previews here. This is Gamelyn Games. Michael. Hello, Michael.
Good to meet you. Or good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Got to see me
yes,
again.
Good to meet with you.
I think we both slept like 3 hours.
Yes, very little, and that's just the nature of it. There's a little bit of business going on, so I'll continue to let them transact.
Do a small business, and now it's done, and we're going to talk about Tiny Epic Quest.
Tiny Epic Quest.
It's coming out on Kickstarter soon.
Yes, so it's actually hitting Kickstarter October 28th.
Wow.
Designed by Scott Almes, illustrated by the legendary Miguel Combra. So,
Miguel Combra, who did Seven Wonders and
Small World.
Small World, yes.
Yeah, and just endless.
Some
more.
people who don't know the name, they know that Seven Wonders is gorgeous. So.
Yes. So Tiny Epic Quest is a 2 to 4 player, but we are working on a solo variant, so be optimistic that this will eventually be a 1 to 4 player sandbox adventure game. So when I say sandbox adventure, what I'm really meaning to say is there are a lot of options in this game, and you're really free to kind of take the paths that you choose. There's going to be a few things that kind of lead you in certain directions, but that's for you to consider and to kind of explore. So this is primarily a movement-based game. The map is going to be built out like a grid. So if you kind of think of a tile-placed map, where each map is going to have 2 sections, and you'll kind of see it here on the cards. And you're going to be traveling across this grid in different directions that are very specific. So, for instance, you can take the Griffin, but then you're going to be moving diagonally.
Yeah.
Or you can take the ship, and that just means you'll move around the perimeter of the grid. Or you can take the raft and travel up these rivers, the horse to travel horizontally down the road, or a single footstep to move one way. So the game is, these movements here are a limited action selection system. So when one is chosen, the other players will have a chance to jump on it right now, but then it's going to be closed out for the rest of the round.
Okay.
And when 4 are closed out, then the day phase concludes, and then we enter the night phase, which is when the resolution happens, which is a pressure luck aspect with dice rolling, and those are going to be the actions to essentially resolve all the things you set up during the day. Oh. So, so check those out. So you'll be moving to certain positions. Maybe you're going to a temple, or maybe you're going to go try to learn a spell, or fight a goblin, which you'll see here, and then that'll all happen during the day, and then in the evening you'll be rolling the dice to actually pull all those things off. But it's a pressure luck. If you got to know when to quit, because if you keep pushing and you're taking too much health, then you're gonna bust and you may lose that progress.
Okay.
So as a player, you'll keep track of your adventure essentially here on this log. You'll have a heart token, which will be your health marker, and you'll have a token for your power. And you'll be able to spend that power to kind of help you during the night phase to do a few different things. And then the players are going to be also tracking their spell progress on a community card. So each player will have a token on this library. And as you go to these spells and then successfully learn them in the evening, then you'll get the credit and you'll move your marker up on this. And this will be worth victory points at the end. But it's going to be tied into this magic track that you see here. At the end, when you're rolling the dice, every time you roll one of these mushroom icons, then this token is going to advance. And it's going to be what allows you to learn these spells, but if it advances too far, then it's going to really start to make things chaotic, and other dice are going to start turning into damage, and goblins are going to be doing a lot more damage than they normally do, so it kind of boosts the bad guys up as well. Yeah. So that kind of brings the night to a quick end. You know?
Like a 2-side boost.
Exactly.
You get better, bad guys get better.
So you actually get a little bit worse, but you can learn a better spell, so it's worth it if you're going to press your luck to try to secure that.
Things sort of it.
Yes.
Better spells,
yeah, more points, and exactly. And you'll keep track of your victory points throughout play on this beautifully illustrated map of the valley, and you'll send your tokens all the way from the castle down to the crag in the earth where the goblins are coming out of. So one thing that I hadn't quite touched on yet are these amazing quest cards here. So in line with the grid-like system, the players are going to be trying to achieve these positions that you see on these different cards. And it's going to say, hey, get all 3 of your guys in a diagonal, or have all your guys next to another player's person, or things like this. But it's a community pile of cards, so everybody's kind of racing to do that. And once you do, you'll be able to collect benefits. So it's going to be kind of depend on what kind of quest it is. Some of the quests are one part, and they'll give you benefits right away, just upon achieving them. But they're benefits like being filled up on your health or your power, or something more along those lines. Other quests will actually give you artifacts, and to achieve that artifact, you have to first accept the quest, and then you have to go and complete the temple listed on the quest card to get that artifact. So it's kind of 2 parts.
Okay.
So it's just a fantastic adventure.
Yeah, it feels like it adds the puzzle aspect to the game, and also adds a possibility of combinations. So you're gonna do something, you do a combination of like the meeples, standing on them, then you do the card, then you get some bonus, and then you use this bonus for the later turn or something like that, yeah?
Exactly.
So it's all about building up to that sort of a big turn, or is it like...
It's a bit of a victory point race too, you know, but all of that ties in. The completing quests are going to be worth victory points, slaying goblins, learning spells. These 3 aspects are going to be very important.
So it's like sort of multiple strategies how to get the points. So you can basically, can you abandon these at some point, like, or do just one of them, or just abandon them completely and do something else and still get many points?
So you can get many points without doing specific, you know, things like the quests. It would be encouraged to try to get at least a little bit of everything going, because the way that they tie in, if you kind of in the evening phase you press your luck really hard to kill that goblin, for instance, and you don't want to waste time visiting capital cities to gain health, then doing quests that like gain you health as an immediate benefit tie right into getting you ready for the next night without having to waste your time.
So still give you a good choice,
Yeah, but you're always limited by that kind of movement, and it may not be available, so it's like you got to spot all these places you're going, but how are you going to get there? Are the right movements available? You're not going to be able to do everything you want today. You know, you got to wait till next turn.
So it's like being as efficient as possible with a small taste of the randomness in the dice push your luck elements. Yeah,
you called it exactly.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I see the pieces and the things there. The art is final.
So. The illustrations are final. These pieces are premium pieces that will kind of be unlocked with stretch goals during the Kickstarter project. So
it will be anyway.
We'll start at a very basic. The art will be this fantastic. That's done, but the pieces will be a little bit more basic when we're at a lower funding level. And then as that rises, of course, we will take this game to the 9s.
Yeah, I think the quality will be basically the same as Tiny Epic Galaxies, Tiny Epic Western, the card quality, the box quality. Should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and basically these are like the final dice.
So those are off from the final dice. This is still a sample. The final dice will be even better looking than those.
Oh, that's really cool. And they're smaller ones. I like the smaller ones because chunky dice go to table and it's a lot of noise.
Yeah, if you know Tiny Epic Galaxies, they'll be the same size and have the same clarity as the dice in Tiny Epic Galaxies.
Oh, I don't remember, but yeah, it should be, yeah. That's really cool. I like that a lot. So that was Tiny Epic Quest, which is coming on Kickstarter
October 28th. So don't miss out. That's really soon.
What will be the approximate price, if you can talk about that?
The same as all the other Tiny Epic games.
So it's around.
So 24 bucks would get you would be all in to get all the deluxe content cool. and get all the upgrades and everything.
Yeah. So this is Tiny Epic Quest, which is the 4th. In the series.
It's actually the 5th core title in the series.
5th. All right, so there you have. So let's wait for the Tiny Epic Quest to launch a Kickstarter, and then we're gonna fund it, overfund it, and get all these cool components. And I will mention one thing. There's something I will not tell about, but there's something awesome that you will definitely see in the Kickstarter regarding this game.
There was something intentionally omitted here that is going to blow your mind. So show up to the Kickstarter and check it out.
It's cool. You're going to back it, definitely. So thank you very much, Michael.
Thanks
more.
again.
and let's go sleep a little bit because we're probably tired.
I
think you
agree.
need to work first, yeah? All right. Thank you.